So it's very exciting out in front of kitchen number 9. We're going to see some beautiful work coming out of kitchen number 9. As you can see, their sugar sculpture has already got a lot of height to it. It's right out in the front for all of us to see. They have been working quite well throughout the afternoon. And they have a mythology theme running through their creations for the day.
Jean-Philippe Gay et Alain Rolancy qui officient nos meilleurs ouvriers de France pâtissiers qui sont là pour la découpe. Croyez-moi, c'est une partie importante. Sous le contrôle actif de leurs amis du comité, Thierry Froissart, Philippe Rigolo, enfin voilà, il y a de la pointure. Même Édouard Hirsinger, hein, même lui, participe autant que possible. Mesdames et messieurs, voici du box numéro 9, le dessert de l'équipe de Corée du Sud.
Ladies and gentlemen, kitchen number 9, frozen dessert from South Korea. Hi, South Korea. You guys were lower. You were down here before. Now you're all the way up there. You're going to have to make extra noise. So we are looking at the temptation of Medusa. Oh, no, that's the chocolate dessert.
Almost. It's called Pegasus. Pegasus.
Pegasus for me.
Pegasus. Moi, je crois que c'était Gangnam Style. Hop, hop.
Okay, so for the frozen fruit dessert, which is a Pegasus, they have a strawberry and black vinegar sorbet. So these two flavors go extremely well together, and it's been popularized as of late. They also have a coconut sorbet, Parfait anise, which is, what do you have in French there? Is that like
What?
this?
Parfait anise. Anise.
Like anise seeds. Like the same kind of flavor you'd find in a licorice extract, that anise seeds. And mango orange sorbet, which is making the inside face. And pistachio biscuit on the very bottom.
Alors c'est donc un dessert qui s'appelle Pégase, qui est composé d'un biscuit à la pistache sur un sorbet mangue orange, parfait à l'anis, sorbet de fraise au vinaigre noir et un sorbet à la noix de coco, voilà pour un dessert en forme de fer à cheval, puisque nous sommes dans la thématique hippique avec ce Pégase coréen.
Slicing beautifully over here at the plating counter. So all of these slices, they have to make sure when they're doing their frozen desserts that it's going to weigh exactly enough to get the jury members their portions. And usually those portions are between 70 to 120 grams each.
Alors, cette équipe qui est portée sous la présidence de In-chul Ryu de One Top Bakery à Iksan, eh bien, elle est composée du capitaine Young-hoon Kim de la pâtisserie Kim Young-mo à Séoul, assisté pour le travail du chocolat par Se-yoon Choi de Eat Bread School. Et pour la glace, eh bien, c'est là le travail de Hook Kyung Kim de Hanmi Institute of Baking and Company à Séoul.
So that's the team for South Korea. We have President In Chul-rui, who's at Wantop Bakery, and the frozen dessert candidate is Ho Kwimi Kim, who's at the Hanami Institute of Baking and Company, and the candidate for sugar is Yoon Hong Kim, who's at Pastry Kim Young Mo and Phi, and candidate chocolate is at the is Si Hoon Choi is at the Bread School.
Not one of the best, but it's good. Ah oui.
So now we're embarking on some very exciting times as we can start seeing more and more of the sugar and chocolate work coming out to the front of the kitchens. We're going to be seeing some height. Of course, these have a height restriction still implied of 120 centimeters. Looks like we are almost ready to go out of kitchen number 10.
Oui, c'est exactement ça. Du box numéro 10 est sorti ce dessert orné d'un saxophone. C'est l'équipe du Mexique.
Ladies and gentlemen, kitchen number 10 for Mexico. There's that air horn I was looking for. So their frozen fruit dessert is called the Eye of the Yard Bird, which they have incorporated into it a raspberry sable, cassis, and it's cremeux, red fruit frozen cremeux, and mascarpone cheese ice cream, and hibiscus and red fruit sorbet. And, of course, they have their decoration on top. So hibiscus would be part of their local ingredients that they're using, which is like a red flowering fruit that can be made into a tea and has wonderful antioxidant properties.
Merci Angela. Effectivement, il s'agit d'un sablé à la framboise pour ce dessert qui s'appelle The Eye of the Yardbird. Voilà, c'est l'œil de l'oiseau du jardin. Petit oiseau du jardin, raspberry sablé, donc un sablé aux framboises, un crémeux au cassis, un crémeux glacé aux fruits rouges, une glace au mascarpone et enfin un sorbet aux fruits rouges et à l'hibiscus.
I see that Mexico is feeling rather musical. There's a saxophone on top of their frozen dessert.
Cette équipe du Mexique, elle est emportée dans son élan par sa présidente, Marta Sanchez, qui est ici avec nous, et le chef d'équipe, le capitaine, c'est Jacob Rugo Henriksen, qui a amené deux de ses meilleurs éléments, deux de ses femmes dans la brigade, deux pâtissières de talent dans la personne de Natalia Arumi Pauline Badillo, et pour le sucre, Adriana González Valdés, qui travaille d'arrache-pied dans ce box numéro 10, tandis que c'est Jacob Henriksen, qui est danois d'origine et qui travaille la glace. Ça semble logique pour un Danois de travailler le dessert glacé dans un pays aussi chaud que le Mexique. Voilà, cet œil des Yardbirds.
So that's a wonderful team from Mexico. And of course, we have one more kitchen to go before we are finished with the frozen dessert tasting of the day. So there was a special Latin American round in order to get here to the World Pastry Cup, and that was the Copa Maya, the Latin American selection round, which was held in Mexico City. And the countries that came from there that qualified were Argentina, Brazil, and Colombia.
Quoi? Sorbet? Framboise.
And of course, Mexico was the wild card. So the criteria for the marking for the fruit-based ice cream desserts, they are marked out of 20 with a weight of 5. They're based on their taste, the way they have been cut, their originality, and the use of the referenced products. So that means the use of the products that have been put into their ingredient list and in their recipes.
Ah là là, ils sont remontés comme des baraques, chauds comme des baraques à frites, les Argentins. Argentina, oui, on entend bien ce qu'ils ont à dire, car voici le dessert glacé numéro 11, celui qui va clore cette séance de dessert glacé. Le dessert glacé de l'Argentine, et j'entends là-bas las trompetas de Buenos Aires qui retentissent dans le lointain. C'est plutôt la corne de brume d'ailleurs.
So that is the frozen dessert coming out of kitchen number 11 for Argentina, which is our last kitchen that's on this right side of our stadium. So that is going to go past the judges first, and then we'll be walked over to the plating table.
Voilà le dessert glacé qui s'appelle le dessert glacé argentin, dont le nom est Pensée. Glace de lait au caramel et à la banane, glace de mascarpone et framboise, pâte de fruits framboise cassis, sorbet de cassis, gâteau sec à la noix de coco et une glace aux fruits qui accompagne une pâte de fruits banane et caramel.
So the frozen... Okay, so the cake that we're looking at for the frozen dessert from Argentina is dulce de leche with banana ice cream. They are using a mascarpone and raspberry ice cream, followed by raspberry and cassis paste, a cassis sorbet, dried coconut, and multi-fruit ice cream, meaning they've used several fruits, including passion fruit, kiwi, banana, mango, and they also have incorporated in a banana and caramel paste.
Une jolie composition en couches successives de couleurs, un véritable arc-en-ciel et un beau travail de l'équipe d'Argentine pour ce dessert glacé qui va clore cette session de dégustation des desserts glacés sur assiette. Alors, encore un mot peut-être de l'équipe d'Argentine. Cette équipe... Quand faut-il que je la trouve?
The team from Argentina. We have the sugar candidates, Mario Alban Cruz, and the chocolate candidates, Jorge Luis Garcia. as well as the ice cream candidate, Jose de Alonso, and the president, Eduardo Ruiz.
Oui, le président, c'est Eduardo Adriano Ruiz. Le chef d'équipe, le capitaine José Vittorio D'Alonso. C'est lui qui s'occupe de la glace, c'est José Vittorio. Pour la partie sucre, c'est Mario Abancruz. Et pour le chocolat, Jorge Luis Garcia.
So my recipe list has something else written on it that I'll share with you all. They're frozen fruitcake thoughts. They're saying in quotes, the progress of medicine and bioengineering could be considered true achievements for the mankind when all of the people have access to its benefits and stop being a privilege for the minorities. And those are frozen fruitcake thoughts. I think like a fortune cookie where you have a thought or something to think about as well as you are enjoying something delicious.
Pâte de fruits framboise cassis.
So the next round of tasting will include all of the international presidents of the jury. And that will be the plated dessert tasting, and that's going to be coming up this afternoon.
Parce que tu peux même entourer un truc. Si tu mets un cylindre, tu peux l'habiller complètement, donc à la coupe ça va rester vraiment comme un cerne noir. Salut.
Tu te régales.
T'as des clients?
Donc là, il y a une demi-heure. Non, dans une demi-heure. François Hooper nous disent.
Yeah, so the plated dessert tasting is going to come up just after 3 o'clock this afternoon. So we have 11 kitchens that still have a lot of work ahead of them, including getting all of their sugar and chocolate show pieces out and finished. Those will be coming up on display after 4 p.m. so that we can see all of those out in the front buffet area. So the jury is going to be putting in their final marks for the frozen fruit dessert tasting for the first day here at the World Pastry Cup. You can see some of the sea creatures here on the big screens. The sugar work.
Chercher la caméra, il faudrait mieux qu'il y ait un gyrophare sur la tête, enfin au moins soit mis tout en noir, tu vois, donc c'est difficile à
So it looks like the scoring sheets are just about to be picked up. All the scores are being written down and tabulated. Those sheets will be handed over to the International Organizing Committee, where all of that will be kept safely. So now that we have reached the end of the frozen dessert tasting, and the chefs have gone immediately back to work, finishing up all of their extra touches that they need for their plated desserts, because in less than an hour's time, we are going to start those judgings. So now I think would be a great time for you all in the audience to make a little bit of noise. Japan, can I count on you? Japan! Ladies and gentlemen, let me hear you make some noise for the wonderful job of our international jury that has done a wonderful job of judging today. Thank you so much, jury members. Thank you so much to the Institute of Paulo Cruz, and of course to the committee as well for all of your help. And now that we have reached the end of the frozen dessert tasting,
Box to box. They're going to show what's going on in the kitchens.
On prend le relais maintenant.
C'est bon? Listo. A derecho, mano.
Dame mi fiorito, ¿sabes? Mi fiorito, ¿te acuerdas del larguito?
Este.
Sí.
Bien, mesdames et messieurs, dans les box devant vous, alors qu'on est en train de préparer la grande table de dégustation des desserts à l'assiette, eh bien, nos candidats sont en train de peaufiner déjà leurs œuvres, leurs pièces de buffet.
So we are about to go into all of the kitchens and take a close look with the camera crew. We're going to try and get in as close as possible so we can see some of the excitements that are happening into the kitchen. We're going to start the plated dessert tasting just around 3 o'clock. And as you can see, the tables are already getting prepared as well so that we can see the buffets coming out, which means that the sugar and chocolate creations are going to start coming out quite soon.
Bien, sur vos images, vous pouvez apercevoir le candidat colombien. Voilà le candidat colombien qui était en train de peaufiner sa pièce en sucre. Et maintenant, c'est... Je suis beaucoup moins intéressant que les chefs-d'œuvre qui sont en train de se monter derrière dans les box. Comme d'ailleurs cette magnifique pièce en sucre de l'équipe de Malaisie.
Right now, we're going to take a quick look into kitchen number 6 for Team Malaysia. You can see that this is the fire dragon that they were speaking about in their recipe earlier. I like the base of their structure, how they have a bit of extra color running through the bottom area.
Yes, because putting some blue color, green blue color in the sugar gives the impression of glass.
Exactly. It's quite translucent as well. And when you look at this kind of color of blue tint, it actually looks the same color that a mirror actually reflects. Mirrors actually do have a color. It's not a genuine, true color reflecting of what you see.
C'est très beau de couleur, avec ces grandes flammes. Les grandes flammes comme des feuilles d'automne, mais ce sont des flammes en sucre que la Malaisie est en train de monter. Du côté de la Colombie sont aussi des fleurs en sucre qui sont travaillées en ce moment par le candidat, par Franck, qui est au travail avec sa petite chauffeuse pour coller le sucre sur le sucre, comme des grands chrysanthèmes.
So let's see if we can pick up a camera to help us view some of these kitchens as we move around. So right now on the big screens, we're still looking into kitchen number 6 for Malaysia. That is an easy kitchen to get a good viewing angle from, since they are right there on the corner in the middle of the room. So right now it looks like we're looking into
Là, vous avez à l'image le candidat danois Mats Christiansen qui est en train, il est en train de préparer sa pièce de buffet en sucre. Regardez les pichets de glucose et de sucre qui sont gardés sous la lampe infrarouge pour les garder au chaud. Et cette pièce de sucre moulé en partie, de sucre soufflé, vous voyez, qui donne cette impression, le sucre moulé est formé, qui donne cette impression de verre fumé. C'est un beau travail car, je vous le rappelle, la pièce, pour être esthétique, doit être également très solide pour pouvoir tenir tout le décor. Elle doit être équilibrée. On a vu tellement de pièces cassées au fur et à mesure des années. Et derrière, si on peut l'apercevoir dans le fond, une autre pièce, celle en chocolat, sur le thème des pirates, puisqu'on a ce...
Do you think possibly that that's what they're going to do to their competitors? They're going to take their skull and tie it to a chocolate piece.
Regardez, voilà cette pièce du trésor des pirates qui va soutenir le travail danois dans un instant. On va passer au box numéro 2. Là où l'équipe du Japon est en train de travailler dans un style assez différent. Nous avons là un travail autour de la musique avec un violoncelle en sucre, de très belle forme.
It's like a violin. A violin or a
cello.
A cello. This is a cello.
And you can see the transparency of the sugar is perfect. Looking from here, really looks like tinted glass.
It's beautiful. That's incredible. The way the sugar is so luminescent. It's so vibrant. And I don't know if this is a leaf. We'll be able to tell a little bit later exactly what that is. But it has such beautiful striations throughout the green. Some incredibly detailed work here in kitchen number 2 for Japan.
Piece of molded sugar. It's fantastic.
So these countries can bring their own silicone molds with them so that they're very prepared.
Très beau travail de moulage du sucre avec des couleurs très avenantes. Tandis que le candidat chinois, Tetsuo, il est en train de faire du sucre tiré et Ko aussi. Vous voyez, c'est ce travail de sucre tiré qui est en fait chauffé à la lampe infrarouge de manière à le ramollir et à pouvoir le tirer à nouveau, un peu comme un caramel qui durcirait. C'est ainsi qu'on fait des pétales, c'est ainsi qu'on fait des structures de sucre satinées. Parce qu'en tirant sur le sucre, on arrive à inclure dedans des micro-bulles d'air. C'est exactement comme on foisonnerait une glace. On va inclure des micro-bulles d'air qui vont donner cet aspect satiné, cet aspect brillant et non pas transparent. Au contraire de cela, pour avoir des pièces de sucre moulé transparentes, il ne faut surtout pas que l'air vienne se mélanger. Donc ça se coule très lentement et ça refroidit sans air. Des travaux, un travail magnifique avec des techniques extrêmement difficiles à mettre en œuvre, surtout dans la précision. Extrêmement complémentaire. Le travail de la pâtisserie, on le dit souvent, c'est aussi le travail du décor. Et les pièces de buffet qui sont présentées ici sont vraiment de très haute volée. On va voir dans le 3.
Okay, as we move on into kitchen number 3 for USA, we can see that they are doing a little bit of sugar work in the front here. They don't have any spectacular height yet with their sugar work.
Right now, no.
Yeah, right now, no. They still have something laying on its side, so we're not seeing any height as of yet, which is probably stressing out our sugar candidate as well. You can tell he's been doing a great job throughout the afternoon. And there in the back, you can see that the chocolate piece is getting some angel wings put on it as well. They have some inner working cogs there. I don't know the theme of Team USA yet.
Looks like a windmill stuck on this.
A turbine. Looking forward to seeing this later on. Again, they have less restrictions this year, so there's more room for creativity for all of the teams since they are using round tables to put their sugar and chocolate displays. They are allowed to have any size base as long as they stay on the table and meet the 120 cm and under requirement for height.
Très beau travail également du côté des États-Unis. On va passer, si vous le voulez, dans le box numéro 4. Voilà, le travail de l'équipe d'Italie autour du cirque.
They have their circus theme. I think right now they're gluing a chest plate down onto a miniature. Oh, it's a jack-in-the-box.
Yeah,
is that what that is?
right.
A jack-in-the-box. I love all things that have to do with the circus. It's amazing. Look at the beautiful color in the pants. You can see this shine coming through in the creases of the pants where the knee bends. You can see his calf muscle, his thigh muscle. Great attention to detail, and I love the spring. It looks like it's actually made out of glass. A magnificent technique that they're using there to really show us the movement of the Jack-in-the-Box.
And the box really looks like a piece of cloth, doesn't it?
It does. It truly does.
A sheet. Like sheets.
It does look like sheets, and it's got an imprint of the stars as well on it.
It's an amazing job. Voilà, ça c'est un travail absolument incroyable avec cette boîte qui semble faite en tissu, mais qui est du sucre. Ce diable dans la boîte qui est en train d'être peaufiné par le candidat italien, qui est en train de coller les boutons sur le plastron de son petit diable en sucre. Et Angela nous parlait des plis du pantalon qui semblent au genou réellement en tissu. Très beau travail de candidat italien.
Incredible.
De Marcello Boccia. Marcello, il est en plein délire. Marcello Boccia qui est vraiment en train de peaufiner sa pièce en sucre.
Oh, I'm just noticing from this angle as well, you get a different angle. It looks like the Jack-in-the-Box man is actually going to leap out at you the way his legs are splayed. It's almost as if he was hurtling out with his left leg forward and his right leg back.
On est dans le box numéro 5, le box de la Colombie avec on dirait des bambous ou des tiges de fleurs.
Moving into kitchen number 5 for Colombia, we can see that they're doing some sugar work in the front as well. Using something that is a mold. Not exactly sure. It looks a little bit like bamboo to me.
Yeah,
I
you're
could
right.
be very
or
wrong, though.
Du bambou, des tiges de fleurs.
He's
Qui est trempé
using
ouais, dans le sucre chaud, dans un sirop de sucre.
a dipping technique.
Yeah, it's supposed to
And some
be
that
glazed or le sucre d'orge looks like barley sugar.
You know, it's very difficult. It's a very difficult job to have to work in front of the audience with facing the kitchens. Anything could happen at any given moment with all of the sound and the audience applauding and cheering and screaming all the time. These chefs have really got great determination to be able to come here and do this kind of work.
You mean we shouldn't
work.
be here? Watching so close. Peut-être qu'on a un peu troublé notre candidat qui vient de casser une petite pièce. Voilà, il va à la pêche pour récupérer. It's called sugar fishing.
Good job, chef. It's very stressful to have us in so close to you like that. So now we're back here in kitchen number 6. We did take a little glance in here before for Team Malaysia. And of course, they have their sugar out in front. Their theme had to do with a dragon, which we saw a dragon's claw earlier on the chocolate cake. And in the back, oh, you know what? This is the second skull we've seen today. This is the second skull that we've seen today. If we can get a little close look into the back part of the kitchen for the chocolate work that's being done.
Looks like well, it's a strange hunter with the
Oh,
feathers.
maybe a dragon
and,
hunter?
Looks to me like a prehistoric hunter, or
Oh, there, I see.
you know,
Yes, yes.
with the feathers in the back.
Could it be a werewolf
Yes.
hunter kind of thing? We'll have to speak to the president a little bit later to clarify what their theme is. But it's as if the hunter then wears the dead pieces of its prey and puts them on either as part of a ritual or in order to...
Or just a totem.
Or totem.
Voilà, juste une sorte de totem malaisien, malais, qui est en train d'être exécuté en chocolat dans le fond du box.
Okay, and we will now move on into kitchen number... well, let's say hello to Tunisia. There isn't any sugar work that's happening in the front here. It's very quiet. Very, very quiet in kitchen number 7. Hello, Tunisia. So it is a little bit difficult for us to see into the kitchens. I needed an outlet. I'm running out of batteries. You're very plugged in, sir. So we do hope that we can see some more work out in the front for Team Tunisia here in kitchen number 7. They look like they're incredibly busy, but their kitchen is so clean right here. So clean. And that's one of the marking points as well.
Sometimes clean means empty.
Sometimes.
Yeah, well, don't forget that there's one of them missing in the team. There are 2 instead of 3. Yeah, one of the guys couldn't come because his wife is sick. So there's one of the competitors missing today in the Tunisian team.
I was unaware of that. I was unaware of
The
that.
chocolate guy. So the captain has to do both jobs, sugar and chocolate.
And that's enough for somebody to break out in a hard sweat.
So there's Ramon who's missing, and Marez has to do all the job.
I see. I was unaware. That's amazing that they've been able to produce the work that they've produced so far today, given this, and they didn't train like that. So today would be the first day that
It's
they would
so
have
difficult.
to deal with that.
There's plenty of job, even if you're 3, you know.
Yes.
3 people, and it's the
3
same
people,
for
you have
Egypt.
10 hours.
Egypt has the same problem.
I didn't know Egypt was missing a person as well.
I don't tell you things, you know. I keep some. To
Today's
myself.
day one, so.
In fact, one of the Egyptian guy couldn't get his visa for Europe.
This happens, yes, this does happen.
So it's Ehab Abbas missing. So the captain has to do 2 jobs instead of 1.
That's an incredible amount of work that they have to do. We have a little bit of raining sugar here in the front. This looks
Alors
like jewelry.
je vous rappelle donc que nous avons un candidat qui manque également dans l'équipe de Tunisie, mais aussi dans l'équipe d'Égypte. Ehab Abbas n'a pas pu se présenter ici au concours. Et pour autant, nous on est ravis d'avoir l'Égypte ici.
And so it's a 2-person job. If you can see here in kitchen number 8 for Egypt that they were going to remove some of their sugar from a mold, which was definitely a 2-person job. They're going to go ahead and see if they can get it out with a little bit of heat there. Whoa, that's sparking a bit. They seem to have still a lot of work ahead of them, being down 1 man.
Oui, du côté de l'Égypte, il manque quelqu'un, donc il a tout le travail à faire, le capitaine, et là il essaye de sortir. Mais il va certainement un peu brûler son moule, puisqu'il est en train, au chalumeau, d'essayer de décoller en faisant fondre le bord en sucre. Dans le box numéro 9, voici la pièce en sucre. Je n'ai pas envie d'approcher trop pour ne pas risquer de catastrophe. C'est la pièce en sucre de l'équipe de Corée du Sud.
And here we move over into kitchen number 9 for South Korea. We've got some spectacular things to look at so far in this kitchen. Some of the sugar work is being done in the front, and that's under the heat lamps. They've got a lot of great height already. And remember, they have the theme is Poseidon, Athena, and Medusa, and the love affair and the love triangle. Oh my goodness, look at that tongue. Not often I get to say that.
Viens de notre côté. On va vous montrer ce visage de Méduse avec les serpents sur sa tête. Regardez ce masque comme il est beau, les yeux qui ont été peints tout en sucre. Et surtout cet effet de marbre sur les colonnes. It really looks like marble, the way they use the colors and the...
Because Medusa could turn her foes into stone.
Ouais.
And so they really have captured emotion in this face. There's so much emotion. You can see that she's looking off to the side in agony.
I just had to look in her eyes.
You're done for. You are absolutely done for. You're stone. Vincent has been turned to stone by Medusa. The snakes in her hair, the tongue, the tiny little fangs. The work is so detailed and amazing. A really incredible job. And as they turned their sugar work here in the front, I could see that some of the pieces that are dripping had some movement to them. So I don't know how we're going to see that later. You can also see the running water. This is going to be spectacular once it goes onto the buffet tables.
Absolument. Donc, and what about this other figure out there? Is it Zeus? Should be, or Poseidon? Ah, okay.
Yep, so it's Poseidon coming
Neptune.
out of the water.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Voilà, c'est Neptune là-haut, le masque de Neptune, Poséidon. En dessous, c'est Méduse, avec un très beau visage, hein, a very nice face, yeah, with a very nice lipstick. You should try the same color. And I like this marble-shaped columns.
I don't know if I've seen in the years that I've been coming here to the World Pastry Cup this kind of technique where it's a little bit opaque and marbled like that.
Never saw it before. It's really new for me.
Very new for you as well. That's incredible.
And look at this way of working sugar as stones. I mean, like, it's
It really
very impressive.
really looks like stone.
Beautiful.
I could stay
très
here
beau
and
travail de la
watch
Corée.
this.
Hein. C'est très beau travail. Les serpents aussi avec ces langues très fines. Un très beau travail en sucre. Un sérieux candidat à la Corée. Hein.
Okay, and so now We could stay in Korea's kitchen watching all day long, but let's come and visit Mexico here, one of
Yeah.
our wild cards.
Attends, je vais le chercher. Regardez ce qui se passe du côté du Mexique. Eh bien, notre pâtissier, il est en train de faire les cordes de guitare. He's,
Those are guitar strings, aren't
yeah,
they?
guitar
he's-
strings. You're right, guitar strings, which is quite difficult because you get to
You have to pull
pull
them out.
on your sugar pieces and not breaking it. See?
And they have to be the same width throughout the entire pole as well. Unlike things that are part of an animal where it can have a thicker end to it, like the tongue of the snake, this has to be the same.
You want to taste it?
No,
Be sure that
thank
it's
you.
sugar.
It's isomalt, so no thank you.